With inflation going up, it always seems like everything is just constantly getting more expensive, and on top of that, there seems to always be a shortage of time. So in this video, I'm going to show on how a family of 2 can get a full week of prepared meals for only around $100. There's a bunch of websites out there that help people prep their meals, get their food together, like HelloFresh. But what I'm talking about is where you can get a more prepared meal that tastes good, healthy, and it takes less time to make. Throughout my journey, I've been through all the different grocery stores. I've been to Aldi's, Trader Joe's, Target, Walmart, always trying to find the best deal that I can find. And unfortunately, a lot of them are great, but they all kind of have their drawbacks. Aldi's, you go there and you get the really cheap food, but you gotta do all your meal, prep it all together, cook it, and that can take a lot of time. Some of your other local places like Walmart, you get these frozen meals, but then they get really expensive. What I'm referring to is Costco. So not to go too much into it, but this video is not sponsored by Costco. I'm just a person that goes there, and I've found a way to prepare a whole week of meals and keep it cheap, and also make these meals taste good as well. So Costco, there's a bunch of meal kits that are together, but if anyone's ever been in there, they have these prep meals that have the food, it's all fresh, it's always cooked, and you gotta cook it within a week. You can't really freeze it or it'll pretty much ruin it. But it'll be like chicken tacos, it'll be ravioli already made to go, or chili. What I do is just throw it in a crock pot, stove top, bake it, and in 30 minutes you're good to go. And these meals are usually underneath $20. So what me and my wife do, we'll go and we'll take the meals and we cook it, we get dinner, so it's 2 meals for 2 people, and then we use those meals through our lunch for the next day. So you're getting 4 meals for $20. Do the math, it's $5 a meal. So it's a great deal for us. There's so much variety, it's huge. I love open space. There's free samples and a bunch of things they offer, as long as you get around those annoying salesmen that are trying to give you to taste their free samples. If you like the content so far that I'm sharing, please hit the like or subscribe button, because then it helps me identify if the advice I'm giving is good. But to go further into it, to give an example, I've purchased a whole week of groceries, and I'm going to show on how, through the receipt, you can get a full week of food and keep it around $100. You may be saying, I'm already spending $100 when I go grocery shopping. So you may be doing that, but then you still got to take all your ingredients, cut them up, divide them, put them together. Then once you've spent the time doing that, then you can bake it. But then at that point, your wife or your kids, people are already hungry and complaining. And if you're working a 9 to 5, you don't really have time to be spending an extra 30 minutes just prepping the food. If it's already prepped for you, ready to go. There's a lot of varieties out there with online websites that do the meal kit, but I've been through those, and unfortunately, whenever I get those meals, I always feel I'm getting a very small portion, and then, I end up eating about 70% that I'd normally want to eat. And I'm not a big eater myself, but when I eat a meal, I like to be full. But if you're sticking with these already made meals, that saves you time, energy. You're not wasting the food, and you're fully eating it, and by the time you get to the end of the week, you don't need to go clear out your fridge. Your fridge is going to be pretty much empty and ready for your next week of grocery shopping. So in this food breakdown, I'm going to show on what I spent when I went shopping at Costco, and I was able to get a full week of groceries around $100. Starting off street tacos, right there, it's in the middle for $14, which is super cheap. And not to spend a bunch of time going through each meal, I'm just going to show what the price is. You can see the total is around $103. And another great thing about Costco, they're always switching them out. So it's not going to be these same 5 meals that you do every week, which would be exhausting. So that's pretty much it. I'm trying to help people just save a little bit more money with their personal finances as prices are rising. And thank you so much for watching. And if you're curious to learn more about any other personal finance topics, please leave that in the comments section. And as I'm making more videos in the future, I'll make sure to create one on that topic. So thank you so much.